Right now, the city of Cincinnati is in the middle of its final public hearing on the 2022 budget. A big talker this year, fully funding the Citizens Complaint Authority. The agency investigates citizen complaints about police conduct and tosses any recommendations to the city manager. Some council members want to funnel an additional $400,000 to the CCA. Now reporter Marielle Carbone explains the need and why some people are against it.
Well, 5 council members have already signed on to a motion supporting additional funding for the CCA. But the president of the FOP says a recent ruling by the authority shows why council shouldn't support more funding. It's a case backlogged from 2019.
Tase him, tries him through the top shoulder.
2 officers approaching a man outside a park around 11 p.m. They ask him to stop. He doesn't, and eventually an officer tases the man. The Citizens Complaint Authority said Monday the officers used excessive force.
The force used here was excessive at this. The offense was quite minimal. Being in the park after dark was essentially what they were investigating. We also saw that there was no active aggression, no immediate threat.
They have no basic understanding of the law whatsoever. When police officers stop you and ask for your identification because they have something to cite you on, you have to stop for them.
FOP President Dan Hill says Monday's ruling shows why the CCA should not be given an increase in funding from the city.
More funding for the CCA will equal less proactive policing. Less proactive policing will equal more violence.
Our job at the end of the day is to take the facts in front of us and make a decision whether or not officers have violated policy, training, or procedure. And we did that in this case.
CCA Director Gabe Davis says rulings are based on policy. But with a lack of resources, the group can't even begin to consider cases. Right now, the CCA has a backlog of more than 120 cases. Without more funding for additional investigators, it'll take until 2024 to get through them. He says getting that additional funding, as proposed by some council members,
Very important because it enables quality service for the city of Cincinnati, and it also is important for the police officers who we are investigating.
To hire as many or more investigators than our internal affairs seems to me to be excessive.
And as for that case, the CCA isn't recommending any disciplinary actions for the officers, but just some policy changes to the city manager. And for the budget, council has until the end of this month to approve and finalize a budget. Reporting from City Hall, I'm Marielle Carbone, WCPO 9 News.